Hey guys, what's going on? This is Josh with Cali Canine, and today we're going to talk about anxious dogs. Now, there's a lot of problems that come from having dogs with anxiety or who have anxious behavior. So today I want to talk about some of the things that are going to help your dog become less anxious. So first and foremost, we want to make sure we're keeping our dogs engaged. So if you can keep them motivated and keep them either receiving your praise and giving them that treat, you want to make sure that the dog is not just super focused on whatever it's super anxious about. So if you keep the dog motivated, a lot of times that dopamine state is better than that anxious state for the dog. They'll want to stay occupied by having fun and doing things with you. So keeping them engaged is super important. Okay, you really want to talk to your dogs, praise your dogs, and really support your dog to make sure that they know that you're in it with them. And from there, they're going to start to desensitize and trust new environments because you're right there with them. Another thing is keeping your dog on a leash. I don't want my dog to run away from everything it's scared of. So keeping my dog on a leash prevents them from being a chicken and just running everywhere every time they get scared of something. Keeping them with you, supporting them, give them lots of treats, lots of love. A lot of times anxious dogs won't eat when they're super anxious. So it's real important to use your voice as well as praise them and really support them. Another thing you want to do is work on a lot of confidence building exercises. While you're keeping the dog engaged and motivated, actually deliberately introduce slight stressors to the dog, like new noises and going closer to things that the dog might not be too sure of, and go a couple times. Get them desensitized to it. Expose them, expose them, expose them. The more you expose them, the more they'll be familiar, the less they'll be intimidated. A big one is making sure you're right there with your dog. So if your dog is not eating, giving them that physical support, rubbing them down, scratching them behind the ears, really let them know that you guys are connected, and when they're nervous, you're there with them. You don't necessarily want to support the aggressive behavior, but when your dog seems a little unsure, it's so important to support them and let you know that you're there and you have their back. So if your dog is acting out in aggression and barking, we don't necessarily want to positively reinforce that behavior. We want to get the behavior and support the dogs approaching new things, supporting that. So when your dog is being confident, that's what we want to support. Okay? If your dog is a little bit unsure, you can encourage them, and as they're taking steps towards confidence, you really want to support that. And don't try to ask for too much in one sitting. You want to make sure that the dog might expose just a little bit. If they show a bit of confidence, take them out of the situation, support that, really celebrate that win, and then we'll bring them in to go a little deeper into whatever it is that they're scared of. But never try to do it all in a day. It's very good to just do increments and make sure the dog gets gradually introduced to the new things that they're unsure of. These are tips that are going to help you, but the most important thing is to really establish some obedience, and your pack leadership will be established through your obedience. So giving your dog tasks, holding them accountable for being able to do those tasks with distractions will keep their mind focused on what you want. And if you want a dog that's gonna be confident, then the most important thing you can do is make sure that you have a foundation of obedience, meaning your dog can sit, it can down, it can come, it can heel, it knows to do it with distractions. You can maintain it through securing the behavior for the long term, and your dog will see that it has a job and a place. And when your dog feels like it has a job, then that will occupy its mind versus just worrying about whatever it is that they're fearful of. So remember, obedience is gonna be the #1 key component to really making sure that dog establishes that pack leadership and trusts you through all these different scenarios. Hey guys, so I really hope these tips helped you. You guys make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video for your friends who might have anxious dogs. Our online courses where you're gonna learn all the fundamentals for your dog training system. So remember, 15 minutes a day, but 15 minutes a day using the proper system of socialization, obedience, agility, behavior management, and problem solving techniques. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.